Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events. I'm your host, Walter. Today we're going to tackle a complex and developing story that has significant implications for global politics and economies. We're looking at the ongoing situation between the United States and Iran, where tensions have been running high for months. Recently, there have been reports of a potential agreement between the two nations, brokered by mediators such as Qatar and Pakistan. However, the details of this agreement are still unclear, and it's uncertain whether it will hold. According to sources, a draft of the Memorandum of Understanding includes the release of $25 billion in frozen Iranian assets, which is a key demand from Tehran. However, the U.S. has been hesitant to unfreeze these funds immediately, with President Trump stating that Iran will only benefit financially if it sticks to the terms of the deal. The situation is further complicated by the fact that Iran has been insisting that it won't build nuclear weapons, but the U.S. is pushing for the Islamic Republic to agree to destroying or diluting its stockpiles of high-enriched uranium. This has been a major sticking point in the negotiations, with both sides dug in on their positions. The conflict between the U.S. and Iran has had far-reaching consequences, including a significant increase in oil prices, which has pushed up inflation globally. The U.S. has drawn down emergency petroleum stockpiles at a record rate to help cap prices, but these buffers are reaching critical lows. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the perspectives of all parties involved and to approach this situation with nuance and understanding. We'll continue to monitor the developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into a significant development in international relations as the UK has intercepted a Russian shadow fleet vessel in the English Channel. This incident highlights the ongoing tensions between Russia and Western nations, particularly in the context of economic sanctions and maritime security. To provide some background, the Russian shadow fleet refers to a network of ships that are allegedly used to transport Russian oil and other goods while evading international sanctions. These vessels often operate under false flags or with obscured ownership, making it difficult for authorities to track their activities. In this case, the UK's interception of the Russian ship demonstrates its commitment to enforcing sanctions and maintaining maritime security in the region. The British government has been working closely with its European allies to monitor and disrupt the activities of the shadow fleet, which is believed to be playing a significant role in Russia's efforts to circumvent economic restrictions. It's essential to note that this incident is not an isolated event, but rather part of a broader pattern of escalating tensions between Russia and the West. The UK's actions are likely to be seen as a signal to Russia that its attempts to evade sanctions will not go unchallenged. As we continue to monitor this situation, it's crucial to consider the potential implications for global trade, economic stability, and international relations. The interception of the Russian ship serves as a reminder of the complex and often hidden world of maritime security, where nations and other actors engage in a cat-and-mouse game of evasion and enforcement. As we move forward, it will be interesting to see how Russia responds to this incident and whether it will lead to further escalation or diplomacy. For now, the UK's actions demonstrate its resolve to uphold international sanctions and protect its national interests. Welcome back to the Concrete Block. As we continue to follow the developing story in the Middle East, reports are emerging of an Israeli attack on Hezbollah targets in Beirut's southern suburbs. According to the Straits Times, Israel's military attacked these targets after Hezbollah fired into Israeli territory, which Israel described as a blatant ceasefire violation. The Lebanese state news agency reported that 2 people were killed and 4 others wounded in the strike. The situation is complex, with multiple parties involved and a history of conflict in the region. Iran's top negotiator, Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, has stated that Israel's attack shows either a lack of will or ability on the part of the United States to fulfill its commitments. This comes as Washington and Tehran appear to be close to a deal to end the wider war, which has disrupted energy supplies and rattled the global economy. It's essential to consider the various perspectives and the ongoing negotiations between the U.S. and Iran, as well as the role of other countries in the region. The Israeli military has issued warnings for residents of southern Lebanon, citing concerns over Hezbollah infrastructure on its borders. Hezbollah, on the other hand, has rejected ceasefire talks with Israel, insisting that any agreement must secure an end to all hostilities. As we strive to provide a balanced view of this intricate situation, it's crucial to acknowledge the humanitarian impact of the conflict. Thousands have been killed, and over 1 million people have been displaced in Lebanon. The international community is watching closely, hoping for a resolution that will bring peace and stability to the region. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.